Hey friends, it's time for Thought Shifting Thursdays, TST. So, today what we're talking about is sacred ritual. Um, I write about this in my book, The Magic of the Soul, that, one of the reasons I feel that we've lost our connection with Mother Earth and Father Sky is because we've lost as a global culture our sacred ritual. I mean, there are many religious organizations that still have ritual, but in many cases it's become more rote and less have conscious ritual in it. And so, hi there, Naomi. Karina's out walking the dog. She's very tired today too. She might she might drop in for a little cameo. Um, so, and I think it is by nature we are beings that thrive on ritual and sacred ceremony. And so, the churches of today, I mean, they're less relevant because people who attend, there isn't as much consciousness as there was in the early times of Christianity or many religions. And so it's a very small percentage of the population that do ritual in a very sacred way. And here's the thing. What has occurred to me is if we don't have conscious sacred ritual in our lives, what we will end up having is habitual, even obsessive ritual. So we do the same things over and over, right? Go to the same workplace, go to the same job, do this, have our systems that we go through the day, right? But the people I know who are the most alive and the healthiest are people on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, are people who are engaged in creativity and doing different things. It's not the same thing every day, and who participate in sacred rituals. People come to our sweat lodge ceremonies, our plant ceremonies. Karina's got a week from Sunday. She's doing a cacao ceremony with her women's group, and then a sacred bathing retreat, May 14th, I think it is, at the hot springs with our friend Becca Yafante, and we do so we're involved in ritual like every week we're doing some kind of ritual here, a sweat lodge, a plant ceremony, um, other ceremonies, and I tell you, it's what keeps us young. And I mean, you wouldn't know that I'm 120 years old, right? Just teasing. So, and next week we're going to talk more specifically about the cacao ceremony and about the bathing retreat. I wanted to throw those two out there, though, and whether it be and so coming together in groups to do ritual is just super powerful and dynamic. But we can create conscious rituals for ourselves. If you're not one who gets up in the morning and has some kind of healthy, conscious ritual, and I'd love to hear from you. Share them in, in the comments. Naomi, what's your sacred ritual that you do on a daily basis? I'm sure that you do a lot. You're one of the most ceremonial people I know. When Naomi comes to the retreats on Catalina Island, I mean, that's another thing. We do rich sacred ritual and exercises for, used to be 3 days, then 4 days. This year the tribe insisted we do 5 days on the beach. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, tell us. Yes, ceremony is a huge part of my self-care. So whether you get up in the morning and meditate or say a prayer or do something that sets the tone for the day in a ritualistic or ceremonial way, lighting incense, excellent idea. What else? So I meditate first thing, right after I do my habitual ritual of brushing my teeth and whatever else. I sit down and I do my meditation, right? And the most important thing, I like to say it this way: the most important part of my meditation is when I simply set the tone for the day. I visualize the day, how I want it to go. Most importantly, not just what I want to accomplish, but the spirit with which I want to accomplish these things. What qualities do I want to have present in the day? There's, in the link um, in the description of the video today, there's a link to our meditations. In there, there's one called Meditation for Creating Magic, and it is specifically a meditation for setting the tone for the day. Maybe it might even run us through that as part of this video today. Naomi says meditation, cacao, sweat lodge, chant alone or in group, in person or online. Perfect person to be sharing with us today. I love it, and that's how we met. Naomi was at one of our sweat lodges. Interesting thing, in fact, that Naomi loves that meditation from the site. So as I was saying, there's a link there. You can go to the site. There's many meditations, but that one specifically is for setting the tone for the day. So my favorite part of my meditation is when I just go into absolute bliss. But the most important part is when I'm setting that tone for the day. And the way I do it today is, it's a little different than the meditation. The meditation is a little more involved. Now I actually gather together all of my sub-personalities, because we meditate together every day, and I just say, okay, I'm going to have fun doing TST today. I'm going to have fun with my morning client. I'm going to have fun with my 2 clients in the afternoon. I'm going to have fun with my group coaching session in the evening. So it's really just about having fun. The spirit of joy and freedom and love is what I intend to have present through every aspect of my day. So if you're not doing something, and that part of the meditation takes me 3 minutes. That's the thing I often offer to people is, if you do meditate, include 3 minutes of what I just described. If you do meditate, or if you don't meditate, then take 3 minutes in the morning. I guarantee you, 3 minutes in the morning, even 1 minute in the morning, is exponentially better than no minutes in the morning of slowing down, getting quiet, creating your intention for what you want present. Another thing I'm going to throw out there that's a ritual, and it just occurred to me to start doing this myself, because we have this puzzle game we play, and lately I've been putting on a timer, because you get different benefits when you check in on a regular basis, right? Without going into more detail about that. But so in the Magic of the Soul, I talk about using spiritual cues, and so what that means is setting a timer, and every time that timer goes off, it's a reminder to come back to my intention for the day. And so you can use a timer, or you can use self-created cues, like every time I look at my phone, right? Because we hardly do that in this day and age, right? Every time I look at my phone, that's going to bring me back to my intention, for whatever reason it is, right? And so I decided I'm going to start setting a timer anyway. I haven't done this practice in a while. Heal by Touch joined. Welcome. So I decided that since I'm setting that timer anyway for this puzzle game I play, every time that timer goes off, in addition to getting my puzzle rewards, I am going to focus on my intention for the day, which is all about being in joy, being in love, being in freedom. So, what else do we want to say about sacred ceremony and ritual? It's the way of nature, right? I think tied in with sacred ritual is to be in nature. If I told you how many clients have told me lately, one of the most important things for they to do, which they don't do enough, is to be in nature. Decided, even though it's a little chilly out today, I'm doing Thursday out here, even though there's some noise over there across the way. I don't know what they're doing. But this is speaking of sacred ritual, this is our labyrinth right here behind us. Many of you have seen it before. It's a heart-shaped labyrinth. So Karina, for her women's circle once a month, usually on the 3rd Sunday, I think it's the 4th Sunday this month, the 26th, she has a, I'll tell you a little bit about the rituals that she does for the ceremony. Is so the women come together, and or anyone who identifies themselves as female, and they pass the talking stick and share what's going on in their lives, and then each give feedback. Then they come out and bring a question or intention into walking the labyrinth, and do that in a meditative way. They share their experience about that, and then they do a healing uh, ceremony at the end. There's usually a different theme every month. And so this month it's going to be a cacao ceremony. It's usually a 2 hour. It's going to be 3 hours this month. So there will be a cacao ceremony, which what I've heard about that, it's the way that the woman that's coming to facilitate it does it. I don't remember her name. Karina will tell you next week. Um, is everyone puts their intention into a crystal, and the crystals go into a pot with the cacao as it's cooking, melting and cooking, and it sounds like a really fabulous. I'm kind of bummed that it's only for women. I want to go. So Naomi also says morning sets tone for the day, and some kind of music or YouTube ocean waves before bed to set the tone for good rest. And Naomi says your meditations can be short and sweet or deeper for long meditation. Your voice, meaning my voice, is soothing and fun in creative ways. And Heal by Touch, if you want to, we're talking about sacred ritual and what are the kinds of rituals that different people use. So some the people who are live can put it in the comments now, or later on. If you're watching it later, put it in the comments later. So I'm thinking we'll finish off with this meditation that kind of a shortened version of it. I've done this before on these videos. Again, you can access it and do it as often as you want from the link in the description. So, but we'll just do this, and you can do this. In fact, we'll do this in a different way, since we're already into the day. I also use this same meditation when I'm before a sacred ceremony, before every sweat lodge, before every plant ceremony, before if I'm doing a lecture or a workshop. I do this meditation to set the tone for that. I'll tell you how I came up with it originally. Is, I'm an introvert by nature, and when I first started public speaking, I was, just so nervous and afraid to be in front of people. I developed this ritual, this meditation, so that everything is prepared energetically. And then when I go hit the stage, I don't have to do anything other than surrender and just be in joy, because it's already been created. And we're creating what we're manifesting first with a mental image, because everything that manifests begins as an idea, as an image in mind, and then we get excited about that. Emotional energy comes into it. It becomes more real, and then etheric energy, light and color, come into it. And then if those three stages happen well, then it can't help but be manifested in the physical form, which is only a reflection of those three levels of mind, feeling, and energy. So think about something that is important in your life that's coming up in the near future that you want to create, and we'll run through this together. So close your eyes and just begin by getting a clear picture of what you want to happen in this event or situation for your life, or it could be just planning for the day if you want to practice it that way. And just see everything happening in your mind's eye, and if there's people involved, see the expressions on their faces and their body language reflecting the qualities that you most want present in this experience. So let's really intuit those qualities. What are they? For me, it might be freedom, joy, healing. Just get really clear on those qualities. And now see them, as I said, in the all of the visual elements of this experience. See it on the facial expressions, the body language of anyone who's present. And now bring it down to the emotional level. Feel the energy of these qualities in your heart and the hearts of all people present. And I like to expand it to the hearts of all sentient beings. so that whatever I am preparing for, whether it be for this day or for a specific ceremony, everyone everywhere is getting a piece of this. And now say these qualities manifested through this event, through this experience, as pure energy, as light and color. What colors do the qualities that you've focused on, that you've received, what colors do they, I get a lot of yellows and all the colors of the rainbow, but especially a lot of yellows and greens and blues, sometimes reds and purples. And just seeing these colors now manifesting this event, this situation, streaming through the energy fields of everyone present, and then just circling the globe and being absorbed by everyone everywhere. And I close the meditation with the saying of this New Age prayer from the Alice Bailey teachings. So you can reflect on these words or join. I changed the wording a little bit to be gender neutral, and also to just give my own spin on it that feels more integrative to me. So reflect on these words. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of all. Let light descend on earth. And while we're saying these prayers, stay with the energies, visualizing the colors. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of all. May love return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of all, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it heal the realms where darkness resides. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Om Shanti Om. So that's the prayer. That's the meditation. Bring ceremony and ritual into your lives. Let's make it vibrant. Let's make it wild. Oh, that reminds me. Next week I'm going to share a prayer with you that I absolutely love, that speaks to taking what we've done with ritual, which is taken one of the lines is that taken the hip sway out of prayer, right, and had it sit up straight, right. So anyway, it's a really fun prayer. I'll bring that to next week. And for the rest of this week, have a great one. Have a fantastic weekend. If you got some value out of this today, give us a like, give us some comments, and share it with anyone who you think could benefit. All right, love to you all, and we'll see you next week. Take care. All righty. End video.